Ah, it's you again. Right, we had a bit of a disaster on that last attempt of plugging the cables in. Basically, the eRib 2As being what they are, I've got these fluted ends to them, and obviously they didn't connect. So what we did is we scraped around and found a pair of Senfer EN900 4-driver earphones. As you can see, I've slightly customized these. They're pretty good oval shapes, so they didn't need much customizing to fit pretty perfectly into my ears. I bought these second-hand on eBay, so there's a bit of wear on them, but they still sound pretty good. They don't sound as good as the C10s, which I used to absolutely love these, but the CCA-C10s have got more life in them and slightly less harshness in the upper mid-range. So what we're going to do is, we've got these out already, we're going to just unplug them, and then we're going to plug them into the Mojo, and you can see what I think. So a very quick recap on what they sounded like for me, and I'll get them off, plug them in as quickly as I possibly can. Yeah, compared to the C10s, I'm finding that just a bit fatiguing and a bit sort of giving me a headache. So let's unplug these. And as you can see, hopefully, fingers crossed, the 1 pins will fit straight into these. Reassuring click there. Red to red, blue to blue. Let's get this thing disconnected. I mean, it's a nice enough looking wire, but it doesn't feel very tactile and it doesn't look very luxurious. It does the job, it's quite stiff. It's okay. It's reasonably well terminated, as you can see. But yeah, for the money, I believe it was about $50, £50 in this country. So let's put them around my ears and see what they look like. So there's no cable neck cinch on these. They're really quite heavy, so they should support the weight of the drivers quite well. And let's get the blue into the left here, shall we, and look like we know what we're doing, for goodness sake. Okay. God, they feel lovely. The cable does feel lovely, but that means nothing really. Let's plug them in and see what they sound like. Back we go to Saboteur. Pause. So here we go. I don't need these on for a minute. okay, I was really quite pleased with that. The cable seems to be louder. It makes the earphones louder than on the stock cable. It's much more comfortable. It rests much more naturally, and it's slightly less harsh. We're not talking massive percentages here, but it's a more comfortable cable. It fits better around the ears. It sits better. It's got no microphonics at all to it. The sound is slightly less harsh. There's not a tremendous difference in the sound quality, not on that sort of 30-second listen, but definitely it is a little bit less harsh. It's pulled away some of the ringing sounds at the top of the mids, and the cymbals crashing don't have so much of a ringing effect on them. So that was good. Now let's try cable number 2. Now this cable was supplied to me free of charge by Better Audio US. I bought the other one with my hard-earned cash, so that's mine. This one was supplied to me in return for a review by Sonny of Better Audio US. So the cable, I'm presuming, is going to be much the same as the other. And the great thing about it is I can actually probably put these cables in without even needing to use my glasses, I'm hoping. Because we've got quite clearly right is red. So let's disconnect these cables. Get out of the way, over, bravo. You're in the way. Okay. So take the red one off first. So this is the right. Now, in actual fact, I'll need my glasses, because of course we're talking 2 pins and we don't want to bend the pins, do we? That's ridiculous. Just for the sake of fashion. Which way round do they go? Does the blue bit go at the end, I wonder? Or does it go round that way? I reckon it goes that way. Let's have a look and see what that looks like on the right ear. Yeah, I reckon that's right. So we've got the same type of, yes, so the blue has to go to whichever way I put the blue in the last time, which of course I can't remember. So the blue has got to be that way up. Okay. Don't drop them like we did the last one. Come on, Trev, concentrate on what you're doing. And in they go. No problem at all there. I wouldn't recommend taking detachable cables off and on every time you use them. There's strain relief on them, the strain relief on the driver housings, but inevitably the more you do it, the more your chances of breaking your cable or your drivers or your connections to either increase. I mean, that's just plain mathematics and risk. So yeah, I'm pretty confident I've got those in right. So put them on with the over the ear fit. As you can see, I haven't customized these earphones, quite simply because my cameraman, the lovely Jo, my wife to be, very soon, these are hers. So they wouldn't fit Joe if I customised them for my ears. Let's try. Just waiting for the vocal and then I can talk to you. I really can't hear what I'm saying at the moment. I was really enjoying that. Okay, that was interesting. I didn't think that the cable made much of a difference on those Senfer EN900 4-driver ones. What drivers are they? Let's have another look at this. So they're hybrids again. So they're 2 balanced armature and 2 dynamic. An impedance of 16 ohms. So they were definitely a slight improvement with the cables, but not a major one. It was just a much more luxurious feeling, and they just hung better and were much more comfortable to wear. Whereas I think the CCA-C10s, what I'm hearing is a softer sound. Some of the ringing in the top and the brightness, and some of the energy has been taken out of the sound, but it's got a bit more of that type of refinement that you get in sort of the premium in-ear monitors. I really do prefer the sound with those. I don't think it took anything majorly away that I would want taken away from the sound signature of them. But what it effectively seems to have done is to soften the sound slightly, so there's less ringing brightness in the upper mids and the treble, especially when you've got a metal track like Sad But True from Metallica. So yeah, that was a good purchase, I think, for both. But the freebies I got for the CCA-C10s, which obviously I had to demonstrate whether there could be an improvement got from them. And as much as I like them, I think the cables do improve them quite significantly, more than I was expecting. So I think the cable has got an impedance of 30 ohms, whereas these cables have an impedance of 32 ohms. Obviously I can take calls on this cable, I can't on these. But they're more of an audiophile quality because there's still clarity there, but the sound is slightly softer, would be the word to use. Yeah, softer. So I think that concludes our unboxing. I think I've told you as much as what I can about them from listening for the last 30 seconds, but as always, you have to try for yourself. You can get them on Amazon. I don't know where else you can get them from, but obviously you've got money back policies and such on Amazon. I certainly shan't be returning either of mine. So thank you to Sonny. Thank you for Joe for filming me. I just want to show off this CanJam t-shirt. A little bit retro already, being 2017. So I have to name drop HeadFi, because without HeadFi I wouldn't be bringing you this video at all, because this is where I started in the headphone world, is with HeadFi. And like many of us who've branched away we still use head-fi, we still believe in head-fi, and I'm looking forward to hopefully attending the CanJam for 2019 in the summer as well. So this pretty much concludes all I can tell you about whether a stock cable can be improved on for approximately 35 UK pounds. And in my opinion, yes, if there's some gratingness to the sound for the CCA-C10s that you don't quite like, you can soften that but keep everything else you like about the CCA-10s by improving the cable. And the one that comes with Amazon.com has got an awful lot going for it. The only thing I would say is I would have preferred to have had a cinch cable so that I can position it up against my neck, but as you can see by the way that it hangs, if I get the right drivers in the right ears, of course, it hangs quite naturally down from the ears and around the neck. I don't think I'd have too much problem even if I'm out running with these. So, until the next time we meet, thank you very much for your time, and hopefully, warts and all, we can get some of the bad stuff edited out, but we can give you the gist of what I've told you in a nutshell, which is, in conclusion, stock cables, okay, don't look very fancy, but looks aren't everything. Don't feel very fancy, but feel isn't everything. Comfort, however, is everything, and some may argue that so is luxury. So thank you for watching, and if you like what you've seen, subscribe. I have many other channels. I have Geek Central on Facebook, we have Subjective Review, myself, Tom and Dylan, and also Head-Fi. So thank you very much. Until the next time.